Was interior design always something that you wanted to do?
I didn't know that I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, it's almost comical. When I was 5, 6 years old,
Mm-hmm.
they used to give me catalogs to keep me quiet
Mm-hmm.
and to not talk too much. And
Mm-hmm.
so I would sit and actually take furniture out of the Sears and Roebuck, cut the sofa, I'd change the arms, I'd change the legs, I would just spend hours cutting this stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school for nursing, actually.
Oh, okay.
And then I got out of school and ended up with a job at Fleetwood Enterprises, which was an RV mobile home corporation here in Riverside. It was a Fortune 500 company.
Mm-hmm.
And they needed someone to help out in the design department.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing led to another, and before I knew it, fell right into it, back to what I used to do as a child, and did all the product development work for interiors, for the RVs, for the travel trailers on the RVs. And that entailed carpet, anything that's interior. So I would work with the mills directly to design and produce carpet, go back and work on the looms. And actually, when it came to textiles, I actually went back to the textile mills, worked with all the different cards and all the different looms and everything, and designed fabrics. And so that's how I got into staying with interior design. My daughter was in high school. She was having her last year, and her senior year, basically summer before her senior year, I retired from Fleetwood and got to stay home 1 year with her until she went away to college.
Mm-hmm.
She went to UCLA. And then I was like, all right, now what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Doing all this product development, I decided to go back to school, took the course at UCR, took with the extension program to update and get certified, basically. And the day I graduated, I landed a job in Bear Creek, 10,000 square foot house, new construction. And I've been doing it for 15 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, what are some of the hardships of being an interior designer?
Owning your own business and the financial end of it. It is very difficult to, what you don't learn at school is what you're supposed to charge. To know how to build your clients. Even though you'll go through courses telling you it's what you want to do. Everyone is different in how you're going to value your time. And you need to find your niche in interior design too before you can do that. But there'll be times that you won't get paid for a month, maybe even longer, because that's if you work for yourself, if you're an entrepreneur. If you work for a company, of course, in interior design, that's a whole different situation. You're on payroll. And of course, you'll get your income that way. But sometimes working for yourself, you get on a job, you bill monthly, or you can bill bi-monthly. It just depends on what you set up. But they don't always pay the minute you walk in the door, even though your contract says that. It's knowing the financial end of it.
Okay. And then, what's your favorite part of the job?
Oh, I would say the challenge of it. I don't think I've done the same interior twice. And I truly, truly try to design for each individual client. The one thing I do is design for that couple or that individual. Whether you like it or not, that's the other thing, I guess, back to being the most difficult. You may not want to design something that they like, and it's not your cup of tea, but you need to do it for that client. And you have to look for things that you would never even look at and consider, because it's not your taste. And I have that situation because I design for the individual client. I don't do my style and try to push that onto the client. Those are two different ways of designing. So with that, I guess the accomplishment, seeing what it looked like if you do renovations, the before and afters, and the satisfaction of the client. It just is so rewarding. And the fact that all my clients for 14 years, I probably have keys of every client that I started with at their home, and they can call me and say, we're out of town, we would like to have this done before we get back, could you take care of it? That means a lot to me.
Okay. So can you describe a typical day in your job?
Well, every day is different, and probably something that you planned isn't going to happen. You look at us trying to get together. This morning I was up at 5 o'clock. I have a job in Hermosa, I have 4 jobs in Riverside, and I have one in Redlands. And so I have been all over the place. I got back yesterday afternoon from
Mhm.
Hermosa up at 5, and I've already hit 4 jobs and have to go back after this. So you don't know. You don't know what your day's going to bring. You try to plan it, and so if you're on the job, and if you're type of designer that you work the job site, because I really get involved in construction. I
Mhm.
design, draw, and build. I build a
okay.
code,
Mhm.
and I have all my subs. So I'm actually on site, and I do residential interiors is what I do. I have done commercial. I've done the Corona Library, so I've done that also. But you have to be prepared, and then you have nighttime to do your paperwork because you have to
Mhm.
keep up on everything, and you have to be able to deal with interruption from each job. So you're on the
Mhm.
phone, and you're really so it's hectic. If you get a day in the office, that's a plus.